we are beginning a lesson 11-4 on multiplying two fractions. If you have not done so already, please have your textbook open to page 282 and 283 and your spiral open. Take your spiral, please, and have your heading on there and get your title, Multiplying Two Fractions. Put the page numbers 282 and 283. Your objective for today is to be able to multiply two fractions. So for your objective, please put in your I can statement. I can multiply two fractions. Again, your objective is I can multiply two fractions. If you need to at this point, please stop the tape so you can finish copying that down. Okay, we're going to begin at the top of page 282 where you have multiplying two fractions, and the question is, how can you multiply fractions? It says Tom has 3/4 of a pan of lasagna. His friends ate 2/3 of this amount of lasagna. What fraction of a whole pan of lasagna did his friends eat? So they tell you to find 2/3 of 3/4. And we learned in our last lesson that of means to do what? Yes, multiply. So please go to the top of page 283. You will see the picture for one way. And for today, we're going to leave the one way alone, and we will discuss that fully in class together so you can ask your questions right away. Please go to the another way. This is what we are going to put in our notes under letter A. The way to do it is to multiply the numerators and the denominators, simplify if possible. So right now we need to take those notes down. Please put capital letter A and put another way to multiply fractions. Another way to multiply fractions. This should be going in your notes. And we're going to list the steps quickly. Step number 1 is multiply the numerators. Multiply the numerators and the denominators. Which we've been working with. And step 2 is to simplify if possible. You may need to add into your notes to remember that simplifying means to find the GCF, or your greatest common factor, and divide. Okay, so again, our steps will be to multiply the numerators and the denominators, going straight across, and step number 2 will be to simplify if possible. So let's write that example down, and again, if I'm going too fast, feel free to stop the tape and take a minute to take your notes. Our first example there is 2/3 times 3/4. Okay, our steps tell us to multiply the numerators and then the denominators. Our numerators are what? Yes, they are 2 and 3. And our denominators are 3 and 4. So we're going to do 3 times 4. We can write it out straight across. So 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Our next step is to simplify. 6 and 12. Do they have a common factor, or can we find a greatest common factor? And that is yes. Greatest common factor is 6. So we're going to take the top and the bottom and divide them both by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. So our first product, our answer for 2/3 times 3/4 is equal to 1/2. Another example we could do is 3/5 times 1/4. Copy that problem, please. 3/5 times 1/4. 3/5 times 1/4. So again, we're going to multiply our numerators, which is 3 times 1, to get 3, and our denominators, 5 times 4, to get 20. Our product at this point is 3/20. Can we simplify 3/20 down any further? At At this point, no, the greatest common factor of 3 and 20 is 1. So we know we are finished. So we can put a box around our 3/20. We will do one more example. 6/7 times 1/2. 6/7 times 1/2. Again, 6/7 times 1/2. So multiply numerators. 6 times 1 equals 6. Then your denominator, 7 times 2 is 14. Our product at this point is 6/14.